Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Depending on wherever you're watching us from, you're welcome back to BMS channel. A lot of persons have been talking about the declaration of state of emergency in the River State and the suspension of Governor Simi Fubara, the deputy and the House of Representatives by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And a lot of persons have been calling out, saying that most elders are not speaking, most former presidents are not speaking. Today, who do we have on the news? Soyinka. Soyinka has come up to condemn excessively the use of power from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So many persons have been asking, where is Wole Soyinka? Why is he mute? He said he will reply after 1 year. That is when he will assess Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. Wole Soyinka has come out to condemn this. Watch the video.
This situation is actually a few days old, and I was watching what action will be taken by the House of Assembly, by Senate, and even by the affected politicians in River State, whom I expect to be in the court by now, because above the president himself, there's the law, and I expect those who are affected to take the primary step. Let me confess that I was surprised at the ease with which this emergency law, that step, was applauded and passed. And then the critical question, even within the powers of a president under democratic dispensation, there are areas of discretion. And you're quite right to point out this wholesale suspension of everything to government. I think that's an over excessive response within the rights and the powers. We're assuming now, let's say that the president is constitutionally right, but within his powers, there are also areas of discretion. And I think that the wholesale scuttling of the democratic existence in the rivers was excessive. I think it could have been managed much better, much more economically. I think the president did not sort of curb the extent. He didn't economize on his presidential emergency powers. On that issue, I agree with you absolutely. There's an issue of the Constitution. Is the president's action constitutional? And I hope the affected politicians, governor and representatives, that they test this all the way up so that we get a clearer picture once and for all. Instead of running around in circles from regime to regime, it should be possible by now for one to be able to say confidently that this action is illegal, is unconstitutional, or otherwise. So for now, we can only leave it to the constitutional lawyers to guide us. Now, the next question is it politically wise? In my view, this takes us on a slippery slope. It's not what I would have liked to see happen right now with all our struggle to attain a federal structure. The spirit of it, in my view, is contrary to the spirit of federalism. Now, I spoke very carefully and deliberately, because this does not vitiate maybe the rightness of the action. It does not establish the wrongness. But with my commitment to a genuine federal structure, when an event like this happens, I say we're back on the slippery slope. And I hope that it is tested all the way, because as I've said, we've been through this before under different regimes. It's either we have a decentralized federalist structure, or we have a quasi-dictatorial, whimsical kind of government which just panders to the political leaning of whoever happens to be in charge at the moment. So that's my take on it. Obviously, I'm going to go deeper and find out just what on earth has been going on in the River State, that led to this, what I consider an unfortunate step in our federalist journey.
Now you can see Professor Wole Soyinka condemning in toto what the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has done, declaring state of emergency in Rivers State. It is not only Wole Soyinka that have come out to condemn this act. The former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan have also come out to condemn this act. According to Goodluck Jonathan, he said, "It is very easy to wake up one who is sleeping, who is deep asleep, who is truly sleeping, than waking up one who is pretending as if he is sleeping." Goodluck Jonathan went as far as saying that it is not only the Yahoo guys that are giving bad name to the country, but also Nigerian politicians. That no businessman, according to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, no businessman will have the effort or the zeal to come and invest in Nigeria, where the business person is aware that Nigerian judiciary dances to the tune of politicians. No businessman will take that risk in coming to Nigeria to invest. Goodluck Ebele Jonathan exposed so many things. I will allow you to watch this video, but before I do that, if this is your first time of watching our channel, guys, please feel free to subscribe to our channel, like our videos, share our videos. Please don't forget to turn on the notification bell in order to be getting our updates. We'll see you again in our subsequent videos. Happy Sunday, everyone. Let's hear your view on the comment section. Watch the former president speak.
On television, and some of these are the issues we discuss. We're talking about building a society where no one is oppressed, as reflected in the top paragraph of our national anthem. As a former president and also from the Niger Delta, when the issue of suspending the governor came up, I think people call on me, "Oh, President Jonathan, oh, President Obasanjo, you should say something." People expected us to say something about what is happening. And of course, people don't even know that traditionally all over the world, former presidents hardly make statements about what the current presidents are doing because of the tension it could create in the country. In most cases, look at America, look at everywhere. So hardly for former presidents to make, sometimes you see and you believe. And of course, what is happening in Nigeria today regarding the situation in Rivers State is like an Indian proverb that said that if somebody is sleeping, really sleeping, you can easily wake up that person. But if the person is pretending to sleep, you find it difficult to wake up that person. The key actors in Nigeria, from executive to the legislature, luckily Senator Binta and others are here, and the judiciary, they know the correct thing to do. But they are refusing to do it. They are pretending to sleep. And waking such a person is extremely difficult because the person knows the right thing. A clear abuse of offices, clear abuse of power, clear abuse of privileges, cutting across from the three arms of government, from the executive to the parliament to the judiciary. And I always plead with our people that whatever we do affects everybody. And sometimes we do things and we think that it doesn't affect us. I've been a president before, and even after leaving office as a former president, people get to me. Why is that our passport is not valued that much? Why is that Nigerians are not given the kind of treatment we're supposed to receive at international airports? Sometimes we think it's because of Yahoo boys or 419ers. No, not only them. Yes, they are part of the problem. But whatever happens in a country, decisions that are taken by the executive arm of government, decisions that are taken by the parliament, judicial decisions affect everybody. For example, no businessman can bring his money to invest in a country where the judiciary is compromised. where a government functionary can dictate to judges what judgment they will give. No man brings his money to invest in that account because we are taking a big risk. So whatever we do affects everybody. And if we must build a nation for our children and our grandchildren, no matter how painful it is, we must strive to do what is right. It may cost us, but we must endeavor and pay the price to insist on doing what is right. Whether you're holding an executive office as a president, a minister, or a governor, or a special advisor, or executive, whether you're holding an office in the parliament, senate, or rep, whether you're a judicial officer at the high courts or appellate courts, we must strive to do what is right. If we want to build a nation that our children will be proud of.